I'm very happy to be here, and in the course of the next minutes, I'm going to try to present you a few insights from our AI journey at the Groupe Mutuel. So, to start a journey, you have to have a good condition to start a journey. And that's our mission, actually, and our purpose, and that's our ground to start a mission like going into AI. To reinvent means to innovate. And to innovate for who? For our customers, being individual customers or corporate customers, and in which fields, especially in health-related insurance, but not only. We are also a life insurer, and we also have retirement benefits products. So, it's too fast. So, innovate for what? And our goal was to find a win-win-win model where customers, employees, and company were all winners. Customers, because they would have new possibilities, reduce response times, and there will be more independent towards our services, especially for young generation. They want less and less interaction with insurer or with administration in general. Our employees, they are faced day to day with more complex tasks because of the regulation, because of the market, and they need more help. And the company, of course, we want to reduce the costs and to have more streamlined processes and operations. I'm going to present you 3 use cases we have implemented. It's not theory, it's really implemented. So the first of them is the assisted risk assessment. You know that especially for complementary health insurance or life insurance, risk assessment and medical risk assessment is a thing. Traditionally, it is made manually. People take the medical reports and have to evaluate if the risk on the person about their health. We have implemented an AI. It's a machine learning model. It's not generative AI. We have trained a model based on lots and lots of medical reports. And the results are, when using it, we can propose to the employee. It's not automatic. No decision is taken by the AI. It's important to tell it. It's more a wizard for our employees. But they achieve, in that way, better consistency in the decisions. We know that if you take 100 persons and you make them have a decision on something which is not black or white, the end result can be different. And very importantly, we have used a framework which enables us to ensure transparency. The framework is called SHAP, and the employee are presented with the features, the feature who have been weighted the most by the AI system. So in the end, we achieve faster, more precise, and more consistent decision in the risk assessment. Second use case, actually, we receive a ton of documents per year, mainly claims, but not only. And this is a typical process to acquire and to deal with documents in a company. So any channels, we receive documents by email, by snail mail, post, paper still, in the lot, and via our digital platforms. First of all, you have to acquire them, but that's not a problem. It's mainly automatic. We have to correct if it's not, but there is a task which is indexing, and indexing is taking a document and pushing it into the right process into the company. And that was mainly done manually, visually, so people were saying, okay, this is that type of document, it goes there, and there, and there. Not for the claims, hopefully, but for other documents it was the case. And for that, we have implemented a full automated AI system, which is able to recognize the document, knowing that the document can be handwritten sometimes. It's not only written and typed. And to identify the subject of the document and to route it to the right process. And in the end, the document, it will be assigned as a task to someone, to an employee. And there, as well, we use the same model we've developed for the risk assessment for processing the medical reports when a medical report is needed for a claim management. And the third and last example I want to give you is for the call center. We have to handle more than 2 million calls per year. And for operational and also for regulatory reasons, the operators have to summarize the call, each call they have with a customer. And they had two choices before. Either they do it during the call, so they type the summary during the call, which is not very good for the listening and for the relationship, or they did it after, but then they have to remember everything which was said during the call, knowing that they are under pressure to take the next call which is coming. So the employees themselves, and this is a nice use case for that, when we started talking about AI, came to us and said, do you have a solution? Because that is not sustainable. We can't achieve the quality we need to achieve because it's impossible. And we developed, using AI and LLM, a transcription tool which automatically takes the call, the recording of the call, during the call, transcript it, and put the summary in the user interface, and the operator has only to say, okay, I agree or I don't agree. So the challenges we had to face to implement those use cases were many, but as always, there are three main ones. First of all is the governance. We always have to assure that our customer data are safe, because we are dealing with sometimes sensitive data, so we have to be sure that the data are safe, but we also have to be regulatory compliant. The technology. When you do a POC, it's easy because it's quite small, but then when you go into production mode, you have scalability problems. You are facing suddenly scalability problem, performance problem you have to deal with. And speed is not the speed in terms of performance. When you are developing an AI model or feature these days, the technology goes so fast that maybe one or two changes in technology are occurring during your development. And first of all, and then you have to choose at one point, okay, we have to go that way, even if the technology goes faster. Adoption, of course, you have to upskill your employees because they have to be aware of what they are going to face. If you want adoption, you need to make people sensitive to risk, of course, but also to what it's capable, and to reassure them that it's not for taking their jobs, but for helping them. And also, you have to deal with expectation management. If you read the reports in the news or the big analysis or consulting companies like McKinsey, etc., or even the software companies, they will give you increase of productivity in 25, 30, 40%, which is an average. So an average means what it is. Sometimes it can be 20, sometimes it can be 60. And so you have to manage expectations, because if your management has a target, I don't know, 40, and you have to make them aware that it's not always 40. In the future, what we are going to go, which way are we going to go? We are probably going to customer-facing functionalities, but with lots of precautions, because if you go to a facing functionality with the customer, you have to make sure that your software and your models are bulletproof. And we know by definition that an AI model is never 100% precise. So you will really have to find the right use cases and to find the right way to be able to go that way. AI agents, it's getting very hype nowadays. For those who don't know what it is, there are little bots, let's call them, which are based on LLMs, but are able to talk together and they have one specific task, and many of those bots put together can have a mission, and then they can correct themselves, they can talk together and iterate until the mission is achieved. And of course, we are going to continually monitor the technologies, because one day after the other, you have a model which is better, the other one, we have new models coming. And we will still foster adoption by more change management. You have to upskill your people as well. And my takeaways are those that AI represents a fundamental shift in how we approach the insurers. And it's also an opportunity to serve our customer better, to empower our employees, and to make a business more sustainable and efficient. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Gilles. So I will have a question for you. What's in the back end? I mean, in terms of, are you developing your own AI agent, or do you use open source type of open AI solutions? How do you work?
We are mainly oriented towards the Microsoft solution, but not only. We're very looking for the best model or the best tool for a specific use case. If it works with Microsoft, we will do it with Microsoft, because that's our main direction. But we are still trying, for instance, to distillate llamas from Meta to have much smaller models, because it has really an impact on the cost, of course. So we will always evaluate at the beginning of a project what is the best technology for the use case.
Okay, thank you. I see no further question from Slido. Thank you very much.
They're all hungry.